In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the best white gaming monitors in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, we've put together a list of the 5 best performing white monitors currently available on the market. Links for all of the monitors mentioned in this video will be in the description box below. Let's get started. Number 5. Scepter Nebula Series White. Best budget white gaming monitor. The Scepter Nebula Series White is a very affordable 24-inch gaming monitor with full HD resolution, which is a standard these days, especially on a smallish screen like this one. In addition, the Scepter Nebula uses a VA panel, which are good for contrast and refresh rates, but can be a bit sluggish on individual pixel response times. VA panels aren't always great on color fidelity, but this monitor has a 98% sRGB coverage. That's not quite as accurate and detailed as a similar coverage on the DCI-P3 spectrum, but it's still going to give you rich, detailed colors for the most part. In terms of gaming performance, you're getting an excellent 165 Hz refresh rate. That's going to keep you up to the moment in competitive gaming and will be more than adequate for basically any game. And the monitor is equipped with AMD FreeSync, which can also support NVIDIA GPUs. Response time gets a little complicated. Scepter advertises this with a 1 millisecond response time, which is sort of accurate, but they're measuring MPRT, moving pixel response time, not gray to gray. MPRT is a contextual boost that can emulate higher response times but doesn't completely eliminate ghosting, and has been reported to cause headaches and eye strain in some cases. If you disable the MPRT boosts, expect this to perform at about 5 milliseconds G to G. That's somewhat of a letdown. However, for a monitor at this price point, you can't really complain. The construction feels a bit cheap here, even with the inclusion of 2 LED strips along the back. The stand can only tilt at very narrow angles, so if you need a lot of articulation, you'll need to switch to a VESA mount. In terms of connectivity, the monitor is equipped with 2 HDMI ports, a display port, and an audio jack. But they're only a bright yellow, green, and purple panel, which feels a bit cheap and dated. Lastly, the warranty is on the stingy side, with coverage for only a year. On one hand, this isn't a very expensive monitor, so it wouldn't be as big of a deal to replace. On the other hand, cheaper monitors can sometimes be harder on the panel lottery, and having the assurance that you have a decent amount of protection against dead pixels would be nice. Overall though, this is an excellent monitor, and for the money, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything better. If you're trying to set up a dual or even triple monitor workspace but wanted the symmetry of identical white monitors, this Scepter's 24-inch monitor from the Nebula series is one of the only monitors in 2022 that will let you do that for under $700, while still delivering great gaming performance. Number 4. Samsung 49-inch Odyssey G9. Best ultra-wide white gaming monitor. The ultra-wide Samsung 49-inch Odyssey G9 sends a very clear message that you're serious about whatever you do at your computer. For the purpose of this review, we're assuming that's gaming. The Odyssey G9 is going to deliver an incredible gaming experience and still look good when you're not using it. The white back and LED ring make for a gorgeous monitor that you'll feel bad about keeping locked away in your computer room. As you can see on the pictures, the Odyssey G9 is a massive ultra-wide curved monitor, which in general terms means that you're getting the same amount of space as a dual 27-inch setup, but without the frame and separation in the middle. The G9 has a QHD resolution, which in an ultra-wide monitor is 5120 by 1440. That and the 125% sRGB and 95% DCI-P3 coverage delivers an incredibly sharp, vibrant viewing experience. You'll be able to lose yourself in whatever game you feel like playing, or do some multitasking on a professional-level creative screen. In addition, the G9 has one of the highest refresh rates on our list, maxing out at 240 Hz. Everything you do on this, from watching movies to playing fast-paced games, is going to be flawlessly smooth. And as you'd expect from a gaming monitor at this price point, you're also getting a 1 millisecond G to G response time for a fast, blur-free gaming experience. Using the new adaptive sync programming, this monitor supports both NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync, so whatever brand of video card you have, you'll be able to get the most out of it without any fear of tearing or stuttering. It probably goes without saying, but this monitor is going to take up a lot of space, and even with the sturdy wide base, the stand can feel a bit wobbly if you adjust it a lot. The stand also doesn't have the ability to raise or lower the screen, so this is another monitor where a desk mount can be extremely useful in making sure that you're getting the optimal experience. In terms of connectivity, the Odyssey G9 comes with 2 display ports and an HDMI port, which normally would be a point in favor of creating a multi-monitor setup, but most setups aren't going to have room for a second monitor along with the ultra-wide 49-inch screen. All in all, if you're looking for the best white ultra-wide gaming monitor, the Samsung Odyssey G9 is hard to beat. It's got everything: amazing response time, sharp display with rich colors, massive screen real estate, and a beautiful white design. Number 3. Asus ROG Strix XG279QG Gundam Edition. Best Premium White Gaming Monitor. The ROG Strix XG279QG Gundam Edition has a color scheme and inlay inspired by Mobile Suit Gundam and includes logos from the show on the front and back. It's the perfect monitor for serious gamers who like to wind down with classic anime. Even without the geek-worthy design, the XG279QG is a very exciting piece of tech. It's a 27-inch 1440p, aka QHD, IPS display monitor. IPS panels are the most common display technology currently in use and provide an excellent balance of speed and color fidelity for an all-around highly enjoyable experience. Besides that, this particular monitor has a max brightness of 400 nits and a 95% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage, making it capable of producing highly detailed gaming environments and also suited for most creative work. Further, the refresh rate is a very fast 170 Hz, meaning it can update the image displayed 170 times per second. That's not the fastest monitor you're going to see in 2022, but once you're past 100 Hz, you're very rarely going to notice any difference in performance with the naked eye. And anything 144 Hz or above is going to be considered elite gaming performance by most users. One of the most important factors for a good gaming monitor is the response time, which is how quickly each individual pixel can adjust color or brightness. The XG279QG has a 1 millisecond G-to-G response time, which is at this point the standard for premium gaming performance. In addition to having a gorgeous frame, the stand of the XG279QG gives you a ton of control over your display, with the ability to raise, lower, tilt, pivot, and swivel the display. Plus, if you need more customization, the monitor is also VESA compatible. Connectivity-wise, the XG27QG comes equipped with dual HDMI ports, a display port, and 2 USB ports, and ships with ROG Strix brand cables for all 3. It also has built-in speakers and an audio jack. Lastly, the Asus display warranty is a bit messier than it needs to be and can be a bit of a letdown. There's a 12-month zero bright pixel warranty, meaning that if any pixels go hot and refuse to switch off in the first year, they'll replace it. Dead pixels need to be more numerous, up to 3 or even 5 depending on their location, and after the first year, hot pixels do as well. Overall, the Asus ROG Strix XG279QG Gundam Edition is a fantastic gaming monitor. It's a perfectly sharp, vibrant, and unique-looking monitor that will be an incredible addition to your white-themed gaming setup, whether you're getting it as a standalone or as the centerpiece of a multi-monitor setup. Number 2. Alienware AW3420DW Lunar Lite, the ultimate white gaming monitor. The AW3420DW is another excellent white monitor from Alienware's lineup. This one is definitely on the premium side when it comes to price, but the 34-inch curved display paired with some impressive performance specs and rich color will quickly help you forget the pain of spending too much on a gaming monitor. For gaming, the Alienware AW3420DW is an absolute titan. Its 2 millisecond response makes input lag virtually imperceptible and is one of the quickest response times offered on our list. If you've never played a shooter on a monitor with such a snappy response time, you're missing out on one of gaming's best experiences. Additionally, the Alienware boasts a 120 Hz refresh rate that's aided by the NVIDIA G-Sync technology. Together, they make sure your screen stays perfectly smooth so you can outshine your competition in higher-paced games. On top of that, the AW3420DW features an absolutely stunning color display. At over 134% of the sRGB spectrum, this monitor could be a professional-grade editing workstation. Gamers will be in heaven, seeing every color exactly as they were meant to be seen and reaching new levels of immersion. On top of that, the 3440 by 1440 screen resolution makes images amazingly crisp and clear. In its bid to be the ultimate gaming monitor and truly tick every box for gamers, this monitor features RGB LED color strips down the stand, on the power, and on the logo. Built quality-wise, the Alienware AW3420DW is fantastic. Every component feels high quality, from the stand to the screen edges. Annoying light bleed around the edges won't be an issue. For the price, you'd expect nothing less. It truly lives up to the lofty expectations. All in all, there really isn't anything to dislike about the Alienware AW3420DW besides the price tag. The high-quality IPS panel along with the WQHD resolution and curvature of the display really help bring games to life and let you get fully immersed in any game. Its 2-millisecond response time and the 120Hz refresh rate reduces input lag to low levels, letting you hit your shots and clutch your matches. Combined with its beautiful aesthetics and high-quality construction, this is the ultimate white gaming monitor. Number 1. Dell Alienware AW2721D Lunar Light. The best white gaming monitor for the money. The AW2721D comes with an outstanding 27-inch QHD IPS panel display that provides incredibly sharp images in any game. It's also buttery smooth with a 240Hz refresh rate, eliminating any possibility of flickering or stuttering. Usually, you have to compromise between picture quality and the performance of your monitor for competitive games. With the AW2721D, there are no compromises to be made. The monitor does extremely well in both reproducing gorgeous images for atmospheric games as well as giving you the edge in competitive games. Despite how geared towards gaming the monitor looks, the display has a fantastic color accuracy, covering 98% of the DCI P3 color gamut. So if you're a gamer, but also dabble in some photo or video editing, the AW2721D will be the perfect addition to your setup. Gaming-wise, there are two main factors that you should always be looking at, especially in high-resolution, high-refresh rate monitors like this one. The first is some sort of adaptive sync capability, either FreeSync or G-Sync, which will prevent tearing by adjusting the monitor's refresh rate to stay in sync with your GPU's frame rate. The AW2721D uses G-Sync, meaning this monitor is best suited for PCs with NVIDIA GPUs. The other is the response time. For optimal performance, you want a monitor whose individual pixels will quickly update and prevent you from experiencing blurring and after images. This monitor is capable of 1 millisecond G-to-G response times, also referred to as 1 millisecond native response time, which is the best you're going to get without heading into 4-figure price ranges. Since this is a bulkier monitor, there isn't as much articulation in the stand as you'll see from its direct competitor, the Asus ROG Strix XG279Q. However, you'll be able to raise and lower the monitor, as well as some tilt and swivel capability. Plus, it's VESA compatible if you want to mount it to a wall or use a desk mount. Part of the reason the AW2721D is so bulky is the high level of peripheral support available. Not only does it have 2 HDMI ports and a display port, but it also has 4 USB ports, a USB downstream port, an audio line out jack, and a headphone jack. This is by far the best connectivity you're going to see on a gaming monitor. Overall, the Alienware AW2721D is easily the best white gaming monitor on the market in 2022. It's a beautiful, high-performing monitor that can be used in both high-end gaming and professional content creation. It does come with a higher price tag, but, and we don't say this often, it's worth every penny. Alright guys, these were the top 5 white gaming monitors available on the market in 2022. Be sure to check out the description to find the most up-to-date prices of all the monitors mentioned in this video. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you're new to the channel and like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. We do our best to keep you up to date with the best products on the market. So if you want to stay updated on the best gear, make sure to hit that subscribe button. See you soon.